Joining us now in Studio B, a man who's got a big game of his own to prepare for this week, Jaylen Reyes, assistant coach for BYU Volleyball. Jaylen, welcome back,
Jay?
man.
Thanks for having me, as always.
Hey, congratulations on surviving Stanford for a third time, and as a reward, you get Hawaii for a third time. So, why is it so difficult? Why does everybody give so much credence to the statement that it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in the same season?
I guess human nature is part of it, right? You beat them twice, and you feel like, oh, why shouldn't 3 happen? I think another thing is every team in our league, especially when you get to this round of the tournament, everyone is a legitimate national championship contender, and I think all the coaches in our league can coach. So I think they're pretty good about making adjustments and figuring out, ways to take away what the other teams like to do. So that's what we try to do, and I'm pretty sure that's what Hawaii's trying to do to us on Thursday night.
You had great success against Hawaii. A couple of those sets were real tight, and it was a good sweep on each night. But what has your attention about what Hawaii does now, a few weeks later?
Well, I think they've kind of gotten back to what they've been doing all year. When they came up here, they didn't serve the ball very well, and then they didn't pass the ball very well. And in volleyball, those 2 skills are very important. So I think they're going to do a lot better of doing that, possibly at sea level too. And I think they're opposite. Stein Van Tilburg's been playing really, really good. Even when they played up here, he actually, played really well against us. So I think those are the things that they've gotten back doing since they visited Provo like about a month ago. And yeah.
I believe that BYU, for the first time ever, has lost more games at home in conference play than they have on the road. We'll have to go back and look at that, but I don't recall that ever happening. Undefeated this year, 7-0 away from the Smith Fieldhouse.
League play. In
league play. So do you feel like, would you rather play away from home? That sounds so weird to ask that.
I think we're comfortable doing both. Even last year, we were still pretty good on the road. I think we lost a couple more on the road than we did at home last year. But I think of course we like playing at home. I think this year the schedule worked out nice for us that we had the top half, the 4 teams left. We had the other 3 plus UCLA at home. So that probably helped that we played the better teams, I would say, at home. I mean, no disrespect to the other teams that we played on the road, but I think just the way the schedule worked out this year. But I think the boys are in a good mindset. I think the boys really like playing on the road, especially in California. And yeah, I think we've gotten better at doing that in terms of making it more of a us versus the world mentality down there, even though our fans outnumber all their fans.
Also a good point.
And that will happen in the Walter Pyramid Thursday night against Hawaii in Long Beach, because Long Beach State's the 1 seed. They beat USC. They host. This is an opportunity for you guys to not only try and win this conference title, but almost more importantly, I don't know what's more important to you, seeding for the NCAA tournament, which the selection show is Sunday. That's big time.
For sure. So I think one important thing is a lot of people don't know, especially if you don't follow volleyball, this is the last year of like the old MPSF, right? With the 6 teams breaking away from the MPSF. So we're taking like good pride, especially since we're the only going to be new MPSF team left in the tournament. We want to kind of represent for the new MPSF that we want to win the last MPSF title.
Okay.
And I think winning this league is really, really difficult. I think it's one of the top leagues in any sport, I would say, in the country in terms of NCAA collegiate sports. And, I think winning 3 out of 4, 3 years out of 4 years is pretty good. So
4 out of 5 would be even better.
4 to 5 would be better.
Yeah.
And
then you can give us the trophy.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have the trophy from last year.
We have last year's.
You don't even care about it. I love it.
If you guys win it again, can we have another one to even out the desk over there?
You probably have to ask Sean, but I bet he'll bring it on Monday.
Gave us that one, so he's gonna give us.
I bet on Monday, if we can win it on Saturday, he'll bring it on Monday. Just have him on Monday.
Yes.
We might take that down. We're gonna be in Vegas Saturday.
Bookend the desk.
We might bring that Saturday.
MPSF trophy.
Game day. Yeah.
That is really funny. Okay, a lot of coaches talk about wanting to peak at the exact right time. Where do you feel like your team is right now in terms of how they have played all season, and are you peaking at the right time?
I think we're peaking in some areas. I feel like some areas we're still, I'm not going to say struggling, but still not where we want to be. But we're definitely doing some good things in some really nice areas, like serving and passing. We've started kind of climbing numbers-wise the last couple of weeks in that, and we want to make sure we don't climb too early. It feels weird. We only have hopefully 2 full weeks of play, but there's still a bye week in between. So it still feels like the season has some time, even though it really doesn't anymore. So we just want to make sure that, every single match we get a little bit better, and hopefully, it's all about being good in May, so hopefully we're good on those last 2 days.
It's hard not to notice those numbers on Luca's double clipboard.
For sure.
He's carrying them all around.
All the volley metrics numbers.
Does that thing have its own Twitter handle yet? Or?
Yeah, someone needs to do that.
At double clipboard, or
at Luca's clipboard. Yeah, something Seeding in the NCAA tournament is so important, especially with this 6-team setup, and it's at Ohio State in 2 weeks, by the way. If you're the 1 or the 2 seed, you don't play until Thursday. You just buy into the semifinals. So what you guys do this week has great bearing on that. Yet you want to focus on Thursday's match. So how do you kind of balance that dynamic with the guys?
I think it's just kind of treating it like how we did all year, making sure that we just focus on one match at a time. We're not even focusing on Saturday, but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, seeding is important. I think it's in the back of our minds. Of course, it helps. If we were to win Thursday, that helps everything. So it kind of, making sure if we focus on Thursday, the seeding will kind of take care of itself in the long run. But I think, seeding doesn't, seeding in terms of who you're going to play is important. Maybe not necessarily what numbers assigned to your name. It's about, one, getting into the tournament, which, we still haven't received an invitation for, and making sure that, if we can put ourselves in the best situation to win. So whatever seed that is, hopefully we can match up with the team that we like, and, we just go from there.
What's a better matchup for you, though? Ohio State at Ohio State or Long Beach State? Both are really good, right?
Either way, I think when you get to that round, the Final 6 or the Final 4, I think every team is really, really good. So I don't think there's I'd rather have this. I think it's just, who do you match up well with? And I think who's playing better at the end of the year. And I think, what we learned last year, it's who can serve and pass a little bit better than the other one can. And, definitely I'd say on the final match last year, Ohio State did that a little bit better than us last year.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot.
And seeding, here's how this could play out, too. So if you guys win the MPSF tournament, I think you'll be the 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Then you would avoid both Ohio State and Long Beach State until the final.
So I would say
that would be ideal, right?
I would say if everything worked out perfectly, that would be the perfect. Where we would technically, no disrespect to any other teams, I would say those two are the probably up there in terms of being the favorites to win. And if we only had to play one of them instead of having to play both of them, like if we were the 2 or 3, then of course, I think that would be great. But again, it's going to take, we're going to have to win Thursday and then win on Saturday, and still they could seed Ohio State number 1. So it kind of just some of it's in our hands and some of it's out of our control. So.
Yeah, the ideal scenario as presented by Jerem and Jaylen just moments ago. Jaylen Reyes, assistant coach, BYU Volleyball, with us on BYU Sports Nation, hanging out in Studio B. When you look at playing in a tournament situation like this and look back on everything this team has gone through and the challenges that are unique to this year, why do you feel like this team can do what last year's team could not do?
Well, I think one thing is we return a lot of those guys, and I think even though it was hard on all of them and all of us, I think going through the pain of losing it helped some of the guys, and it propelled them over the summer and through the fall, and kind of getting the guys to understand, a lot of the stuff we've done so far we've already done, so there's no point of relaxing, there's no point of necessarily feeling good about yourselves, because at the end of the day, if we don't finish the deal, you're going to feel that same hurt that you did last year, and I think part of it is that's driving us to make sure that we don't feel that. We don't have to make all those speeches in the locker room like we did last year, even though I think all 3 of us started our speech with, well, whatever we're going to say isn't going to make you feel better.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, right? And I know you guys want to win the NCAA tournament because you've given us the tournament title trophy. So unless you're bringing home the bacon, you're not giving us the scraps. Well, you are giving us the scraps. But no disrespect to the MPSF tournament title. You guys just have
national championship
big
aspirations.
For sure. And if we were to win that one, I think
we love having it.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd be able to fit though. It might cover Spencer's head over there. It's a little bit bigger than that.
And that would be a big trophy.
Yeah. Yeah. You see what you did there? You
Sorry.
You teed
I
up.
Hey,
Teed up top button
he had
guy.
a lot of assists as a libero. That was one of his better ones.
By the way, Jaylen you could still play today.
I don't know about
Eric
that.
Sykes leads the league in digs.
I don't know.
Be a good-
I don't
be a
know
good
about
battle,
that.
right?
I don't think I can play. I try to get out there, and I'm like, wow, did the ball always move this fast?
Jaylen Reyes with us in Studio B. Let's give you some karma for the MPSF tournament this weekend, man. Go take care of business. We're looking forward to it.
That's the plan.
All right. Thanks, Jaylen.
Thank you.